Imagine losing $300 billion and your entire empire. Sounds ridiculous, right? Well, that's exactly what happened to Napoleon Bonaparte. Not in a stock market crash, but through a series of financial blunders, disastrous wars, and one particularly bad real estate deal. And while cannons and cavalry played their part, the real killer, money. Today we break down how Napoleon's financial fails cost him both the cash and the crown. The year is 1803. Napoleon needs cash. Fast. He's in the middle of fighting Britain, Spain, and Austria, and running an empire isn't cheap. He owns a massive chunk of North America, known as the Louisiana Territory. But instead of keeping it, he decides to sell it to the United States for just $15 million. Sounds like a lot, right? Not really. In today's money, that's around $390 million. But here's the kicker. That land today, worth at least $100 billion. So why did he sell? Well, Napoleon needed cash to fight Britain. He also knew he couldn't defend Louisiana from an attack. So he took the money and ran. But what did America do with it? They turned it into the backbone of their economy: agriculture, industry, and westward expansion. Napoleon basically funded the US superpower while dooming his own. Okay, maybe Napoleon could afford that loss if his economy was booming, but no. He shot himself in the foot with something called the Continental System, his attempt to bankrupt Britain by banning European trade with them. Bad news, it backfired hard. Britain still traded with the world. Meanwhile, Europe, Napoleon's own empire, suffered from shortages, smuggling, and economic decline. The blockade hurt his allies more than his enemies. Imagine banning Amazon, but instead of Amazon going bankrupt, you go broke. That's what Napoleon did. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest military and financial disasters in history: Napoleon's 1812 invasion of Russia. It started with 600,000 troops and ended with fewer than 100,000 making it home. But beyond the human loss, the money cost was astronomical. So, how much did this failure actually cost? Estimates suggest Napoleon burned through an economic equivalent of $60 to $80 billion in today's money. That's not just war spending, that's economic carnage. We're talking about everything from troop salaries and equipment losses to the catastrophic damage inflicted on France's economy. The war chest was empty, national debt soared, and France's once mighty empire was now running on fumes. When we zoom out to see the full picture of the Napoleonic Wars, 1803 to 1815, the numbers are staggering. Continuous warfare, heavy military spending, and the disruption of trade and industry left an indelible scar on Europe. An educated estimate suggests that the total economic cost of the Napoleonic Wars might have been around $250 to $300 billion in today's dollars. That's the cost of nearly 12 years of nonstop fighting, a broken financial system, and the sheer burden of maintaining an empire at war with basically everyone at some point. With his economy shattered and allies turning against him, Napoleon was forced to abdicate in 1814. He made a comeback in 1815 because, well, Napoleon, but by then it was too late. The Battle of Waterloo finished him for good. The once mighty emperor, now exiled on a remote island, left wondering, what if? Napoleon was a strategic genius, but money was his Achilles heel. If he had held on to Louisiana, avoided economic blunders, and managed his resources better, could he have ruled longer? Maybe. But history doesn't do maybes. It only does consequences. One thing's for sure, he might have conquered Europe, but in the end, he lost the war to the economy. So next time you're debating whether to sell something for quick cash, just remember Napoleon. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.